Hello all. This is a review of the Ruger LCP2 chambered in 22 long rifle. I purchased this gun. We're in November of 2021. I purchased it in November of 2020, and I was looking for the 380 version, and I could find the 380 version. I just couldn't find 380 ammo. Okay, and that's here in Georgia. So I ended up going with the 22 LR version of the LCP2, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it hasn't disappointed. I have thoroughly enjoyed this gun. It is, I mean, out the box, it's pretty clean. This is what all it comes with out the box. It comes with your pocket holster, the gun itself. It also comes with a lock, which I have not displayed. It comes with one magazine, one loader, and same. You probably had the same question I asked, like why a loader with a 22? Well, I mean, it's not too difficult to load. The spring's not tight. It can load easy. Um, these edges right here, they're kind of sharp. So as you're loading, I mean, if you are at at the range and it only holds 10 rounds, you sit there and you shoot it for a little bit, it can get tiresome to load. If you got on gloves and you're loading, no big deal. So I see the point in the loader, but yeah, I mean, if anything, it's kind of cute. It doesn't, you don't necessarily need it, to load this mag. I have purchased 2 more mags for this gun, Ruger mags, for, I think I got them for 40 bucks. Like I said, it comes with one, but you can buy 2 more for 40 bucks. I'm pretty sure they're still the same price. But before we continue any further, let's safety check this firearm. All right, so no magazine, no round in the chamber. So this magazine, or excuse me, this firearm does have a magazine disconnect. I cannot pull the trigger without a magazine inserted. Okay. So, empty magazine. There's the follower. Let's go ahead and insert it. Now, excuse me, I am doing this one-handed. I don't have a tripod at the moment. So let's go ahead. So we'll go ahead and pull it. There it is. Now it's a pretty good little trigger for what it is. I haven't shot the 380 version, and I haven't shot the original, but from what I've read and what I've seen on YouTube is that this trigger is much better than the original. This one has a safety. Now, you cannot, unless the gun is cocked, you cannot put it in safe. Okay, it has to be cocked in order for you to be able to actuate the safety. Okay, the magazines drop pretty good, pretty freely. Sights. Okay, let's talk about these sights here. This gun is a up close and personal firearm. These sights, they're. I mean, for the size of the gun, they're not bad, but I mean, I've seen a lot better. They are, part of the gun. You can't change these out. That front's the same. You could probably benefit from putting a little bit of paint on that front sight. Yeah, this gun is it's a pretty solid shooter. As far as shooting the gun, I think I've probably put 300 to 400 rounds through it. I haven't kept an accurate count, but I have, taken steady, accurate shots, and just because I can, it's fun. I've mag dumped a couple mags, and I have yet to have a malfunction with this gun. Some videos will tell you that they have experienced those. You had failure to feed, and I've run different ammunition through it. I've run some Remington, I think Yellow Jacket. I've run some CCI Stinger, some various other rounds through it, and it, hasn't had a, failure to feed or malfunction of any sort. I haven't run subsonic rounds through it. Now the manual does tell you not to run, anything that's not, you know, standard. So I have not run subsonic through it, and I don't plan on running subsonic through it. But yeah. I can't take this gun down apart because I'm doing this one-handed, but takedown of this gun is fairly simple. There is this pin here, right? Now I've switched this out. This is an M Carbo takedown pin, and the one that comes with it, you can just pry it out. This one, and my camera has a crack in it, so the resolution might not be the best. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Come on now. There's 2 dots on here, okay, on the bottom of this. So when those dots are down, this pin's not coming out. You have to rotate. It's like a flathead screw on there, right? You can rotate it up, and you can do this with your hand, with your fingernail. Rotate it up, and you can pull it out. So those 2 dots on there mean there's a pointing down. It's locked. It's got a notch in there, so as long as it's pointed down, it's not going anywhere. Like I said, I haven't had any instances of that moving or coming undone. I like this one way better than the one that comes with it. That's the only upgrade I've done to this gun. Well worth it for takedown and cleaning purposes. Let's see. I'm going to try to take this down for you. I know I said I couldn't because I'm one-handed, but let's pause the video and I'll take it down. All right, so now I'm back. I got it taken apart. It takes 2 seconds to take apart. So this is the pin I was talking about, right? So let's see if I can get it to focus now. And it might be because of the light. Can't really see it that well. There's the 2 dots. And it's a flathead, right? So when you're taking this gun apart, you just twist it up, and then it slides right out. And the reason that is, right, so the 2 dots, if I can get it. Well, the 2 dots are facing down, whether you can see it or not. So when it's facing down, right there by the head, there's that, my camera's so bad, and I do apologize, but that notch, that cutout right there, right? As long as it's facing down, what it comes in contact with is that little silver spring right there. And it's not going anywhere. And this one is way better than this one that comes with it. The head on it's thicker, right? I feel like that other one was going to break off. And I haven't seen any reports of that happening, but it just felt that way. And this helps so much with takedown. Not like it's already hard to begin with. It's super simple. The barrel, look at this little barrel, it's so tiny. But yeah, it's that tiny feed ramp right there. It's a solid little barrel. The recoil spring, so it's a 2-piece, right? So when you're taking this apart, you got to be mindful that when you're taking this apart, so I mean, I've had that happen to me. It's gone flying, and like if you're out in the woods somewhere shooting, or and this goes flying, good luck finding it. It is painted blue, so hopefully that'll help. But yeah, this is pretty much it. And the slide is it's pretty basic. Let's look at the frame here, right? So it, like I said, it's a polymer frame, polymer trigger, and it's hammer fired. So this right here, that's the hammer. And like I said, you can't actuate the safety unless it's been cocked. Okay. There's your slide release, mag release. Now these rails, let's talk about these rails. I've taken apart, plenty of firearms, right? And especially on polymer framed firearms, you expect to see, a set of rails in the back, set of rails up front. These rails, look, they ride the whole length of this gun. you know. It's the same on this side too. But you know, that to me that's a plus, you know. It's full length rails, you know. But yeah, I have zero complaints with this gun. It does come with a pocket holster, which I'll show you in a minute after I put it back together. But I mean, this thing fits in your pocket well. Let me go ahead and get it put back together for you. Okay, so we got it put back together. I mean, so I'm over 6 foot. I'm not gonna say my height on YouTube, but I'm over 6 foot. I got big hands, and this is it in my hands. You know, with it in my hand, you know, I can get, you know, 1.5 fingers on there. But if you got this magazine inserted now, the magazine has the base plate on there that acts like it's part of the grip. Let's check this out here. So I can get 2 full fingers on here. This is chambered in .22 long rifle, and it has 0 recoil whatsoever. You know, I mean, you want it as like a little bitty, you know, you're gonna go check the mail, you know, maybe your wife's pocket gun, you know, because you know you know, cocking it is not hard. You know, these serrations are pretty well cut, and this last one on here is stuck out a little further. So I mean, you got some grip on there. You know, cocking it is not difficult. I've got no complaints for this firearm. Let's go ahead and put it in the holster here. So that's the pocket holster for it. And I mean, I haven't bought another holster for it. This thing is what I use, and for inside your pocket, it fits right in there. It stays in there, and when I go to draw, it stays and the gun comes out. You know, it works really good. I've got a year on this gun. I have had a year of this being in my pocket, and it works just fine. I don't have any complaints. I mean, maybe one day I'll probably get another one for it, but not today. Yeah, that's my review of the Ruger LCP2 and .22 long rifle. It's a great gun, great shooter. I highly recommend cleaning it, lubing it right out of the box. But other than that, no complaints. Oh, one last thing before I go. Weight. Everyone wants to talk about the weight. Let's measure this thing on the scale. Let's make sure this thing's zeroed out. Let's restart. Now, this is a cheap scale, mind you. This is a food scale, but it's with a magazine inserted. I got 11 ounces, 11.1 ounces. I don't know what the manual says, but let's take the mag out. Just the gun itself. 9.9. 9.9. Let's throw that mag back in there. Oh, 11.2. I said 11.1 the first time. Like I said, this is a very cheap scale. But, I mean, the gun is super light. Yeah. So, yeah. Now I'm going to conclude it. Conclusion of the Ruger LCP2 and .22 long rifle. I highly recommend it. Thank you for watching.